it's Kev here. Video time, another one for OET. So because we're going to be using some official case note material, disclaimer, fair use, non-profit, blah blah blah, you know the score, so get rid of that. Now, case notes, let's look at these first. Mr Cribb. So now this letter comes from I don't know if it's a new student in the group, but they sent me this and they asked me if I could have a look. So now these case notes here, he hasn't sent me a very good picture. I think I've got them myself. Let's have a look. See if I've got them. I might have them. Tom Cribb, do I have them? It's not showing me anything. I might do. Case notes. Do I have Tommy Cribb? I've seen this letter before. Oh, well, okay. I don't seem to have them. So, I think remembering this one, it's something about he's a gardener. I think, is he a builder's labourer? Yeah, so he's a builder's labourer, and due to start his new job, needs to get back to work. So it's a referral to urologist with CT scan. I think that's what it says. Okay, well anyway, so we'll take a look. Let's have a look at letter one. Now, I made a couple videos last week where I went through the criteria, so I won't go through it again. So first thing we need is our purpose. Audience and purpose. Who are we writing to? I'm writing to refer Mr Cribb into your care. For what? So you need the purpose request, then you need the main condition or complaint. So I'm referring Mr Cribb into your care for further care. Okay. So there seems to be quite a lot of care in this one here. You don't need to say refer. It is, we can see it's a referral. Are you making a request? Are you requesting me to manage him? So there's no mention here of a CT scan. So you've got the purpose, the request is not really there. Okay, so what do you want me to do? You want me to give him further care and management, but he's coming into my care. So we've got care mentioned twice. We've got the main presenting complaint, but it's not telling me what you really want me to do. Now, you need to restate your purpose in detail at the end. It would be greatly appreciated if you could, right? So it would be greatly appreciated if you could, and we don't need a comma, if you could look into Mr Cribb's care. You want me to look into his care? You mean, don't you want me to care? So why am I looking into his care? For further investigation, like CT scan, etc., and assessment as well. So this purpose doesn't really work. Okay, so you need to tell me at the start what it is you want me to actually do. Okay, the chief complaint here. What's that? Is that hydronephrosis? Okay. Further care and management, but what do you mean by care? What do you want me to actually do? And then, as I said, the purpose is not very clearly restated, so it would be greatly appreciated, no comma, if you could, then look into Mr Cribb's care. So what do you want me to actually do? So it would be greatly appreciated if you could assess Mr Cribb, perform a CT scan, and do something else. Okay, that would be your purpose. And then, if you have any further questions, feel free to contact me. So please feel free to contact me if you have any other queries or further queries, because it's always a plural, because it's queries in general. So, okay, so that purpose needs a bit of attention. So, Mr Cribb presented. So, right now, Do we need a history paragraph? Do we need a history? Is there anything in the notes that, so just, do we need a history paragraph too? Is there anything that we need here? History paragraph, we just got a visit, 3 visits. We've got 3 visits here. So I don't think we need history paragraph. Okay, so that's good so far. Okay, so visit number 1. Mr. Cribb presented with complaint of pain in the lower abdomen article, which lasted for 3 hours. Not past perfect, which had lasted long. Because we know when, so initial visit is simple past, right? With a complaint of pain in the lower abdomen, which lasted for 3 hours. The pain radiated to the groin. However, there was no associated nausea nor vomiting. So, neither and nor. Assessment advised within normal limits, and renal stone was suspected, for which colic, I can't read that, was provisionally diagnosed. For which you mean was so renal stone was suspected, for which colic was provisionally diagnosed. So the provisional diagnosis was this. I can't actually read that, so it's not the case notes. What does it say? Right. How do you pronounce that? Ureteric colic due to renal stone. Okay, so the provisional diagnosis was ureteric colic caused by renal stone. So that's a word order that you should do there, not renal stone was suspected, for which. So you've got the word order the wrong way around there. As far as treatment is concerned, Mr. Cribb was prescribed. What was he prescribed? Decreasing sodium, 50 milligrams for 5 days. It was also advised, I can't read, is that advised? It should be advised to drink a moderate amount of fluid along with taking, because you've got your main verb here, to drink. So, to drink a moderate amount of fluid along with taking regular exercise. After 3 days, his IVP, can't read that. What's that? Something trends. I don't know if it's handwriting or because of the angle of the picture. I can't read that. There was no evidence of stones. He was advised to do what? So you advised him to do his own ultrasound? I don't think so. So an ultrasound was recommended. Okay, not he was advised to do his own ultrasound. Mr. Cribb again presented, you mean returned, with abdominal pain on the right side, for which he had taken a Panadol, right, because past perfect, for which he had taken Panadol for 5 days. His ultrasound reported severe hydronephrosis. Further assessment, abdominal mass was present at that time. In the right lower abdominal area, on rectal digital examination, hard mass was found. Please note, Mr. Cribb is a heavy smoker and drinks heavily. Well, that's subjective. Heavy smoker. You're not supposed to use subjective language. You're simply supposed to say, 5 a day, that's not very heavy. If it's a pack a day, a couple of packs a day, yeah. Drinks 2 to 5 units of alcohol a week, that's heavy. That's what most people drink in a day. So I won't put that. Well, no. So he's not a heavy smoker, nor is he a heavy drinker. And that's subjective language, which I would not use. So then, it would be greatly appreciated if you could assess Mr. Cribb, give him a CT scan, and blah, blah, blah. All right? So, purpose needs to be clear. Hang on. See if I can... right. Purpose needs to be clear at the start, at the end. And we've got some grammar here. We've got some vocab. That aside, it's not bad. But that purpose, got to be clear what you want me to actually do, and watch your tenses and grammar, especially use of passive and past forms. Is it simple past? Is it past perfect? Etc. Okay, right, well, I hope that helps. Let me just see if I've got some examples. So, I've just had a look into my archives, and I have actually found some examples here. So, if you look at this purpose here, I'm writing to request your further evaluation and an arrangement of a CT scan for Mr. Cribb, whose features are consistent with, etc. So that's good for purpose. And then purpose at the bottom, I would be grateful if you could organise a CT scan. Okay. And then that's pretty much the same thing. So that's not so bad. I've got another one here. One of my students, these are quite old ones, so I can find what he wrote. Now, yeah, that's not a very good one, so we won't look at that one. What else? Like you see here, this other guy, this purpose is not very clear either, so that's not good. We won't look at that one. Okay, this one's a little bit better. I'm writing to request your further assessment in management, whose clinical features are, like I said, I will mention the CT scan here. And the purpose, okay, that's not too bad for assessment, considering him for a CT scan. And this last one, so look at this one, that's not too bad. This patient, 28-year-old male, features suggestive of abdominal mass. Okay, so that's not too bad, but you can see the purpose, and appreciate it if you could carry out a urological assessment and CT scan for Mr. Cribb. Okay, so I hope that gives you some ideas about what you've got to do in terms of purpose. Okay, so get that purpose clear, and then there's a bit of grammar to work on. Okay, so hope that helps. I'll see you. Well, see. If anybody has any other letters, they can post them here. If you're in the group, if you're watching on YouTube, links below. You can join the group and post your letters as well. And if you need any personal help, you can contact me at the link below in the box. Okay. So I hope that helps. I'll see you later.